Ever feel like talking about the future in English is, well, a little complicated? Turns out there's a super simple phrase that can handle almost all of your plans. And in the next few minutes, we're going to master it. It's going to. Stick with me, and you'll be using it like you've been doing it for years. Let's jump in. So here's what we're going to do. First, we'll cover why we use going to. Then we'll get into the simple formula for making positive sentences, negative ones, and of course, questions. And to wrap it all up, we'll do a quick practice round to make sure it all sticks. Super straightforward. All right, let's dive right in. First up, talking about future plans. This is all about what going to really means and why it's probably going to become your favorite way to talk about the future. So let me ask you something. What are you going to do this weekend? Seriously, take a second and think about it. Maybe you're going to see a movie or visit some family. Whatever it is you just thought of, you probably used the exact grammar we're about to break down. See, you're already doing it. And that's the key right there. We use going to when we're talking about plans, things you've already decided on. This isn't for some random idea that just popped into your head. No, this is for stuff you've already thought about and planned to do. That's its superpower. Okay, moving on. Now that we know why we use it, let's look at how. It's time to build the going to formula, starting with simple, positive sentences. Here it is. This is the blueprint. And honestly, it's so simple. All you have to do is follow this structure. You take your subject, add the right form of the verb to be, then going to, and finally, your main verb. Let's see what that actually looks like. Take a look at this. The only thing that ever changes is that to be verb. It just has to match the subject. So for I, you use am. For he, she, or it, you use is. And for you, we, or they, you use are. Everything else, the going to plus the verb, it stays exactly the same. Easy, right? Now, you want a tip to sound way more natural when you speak? Use contractions. It's what native speakers do all the time. So I am becomes I'm. He is becomes he's. They are becomes they're. You'd almost never hear someone say, we are going to eat. They'd say, we're going to eat dinner at 8 p.m. It's a small change, but trust me, it makes a huge difference. Awesome, you've got the positive sentences down. Now let's look at how to make them negative. This is how you talk about what you've decided not to do. And you're going to love this because it's so easy. You take that formula we just learned and you just add one little word, not. It slots in right after the to be verb. That's it. That is literally the only change you have to make. Let's look at them side by side. They are going to help becomes they are not going to help. And if we use a contraction, she is going to come becomes the much more common she isn't going to come. See how clean that is? Here are a few more in action. He isn't going to play football this week. We aren't going to leave before 10 a.m. Now, one thing to notice with I, we usually don't contract it. We just say, I am not going to travel. It's simple, and it gets the job done. Okay, we've done positive, we've done negative. It's time for the last piece of the puzzle, asking questions. And the best part is, we're not learning any new words here. We're just rearranging the pieces we already know. So how do you turn a statement into a question? It's just a little swap. You take the to be verb, am, is, or are, and you move it to the very front of the sentence before the subject. The rest of the sentence just stays put. Oh, and don't forget the question mark at the end. Look at how this works. The statement, she is going to study, just flips around to become the question, is she going to study? It's a simple swap of those first two words. That's all there is to it. Now, knowing how to answer is just as important for a smooth conversation. If someone asks, are they going to buy it? You don't have to repeat everything. A quick, yes they are, or no they aren't is perfect. You just grab that to be verb from the question and use it in your answer. All right, you've seen how to build the sentences, how to change them, and how to ask questions. You've got the whole system. So you know what time it is? It's time to practice. Let's put this new skill to the test. You ready? Okay, first one, fill in the blank. He, blank, going to send an email tomorrow. What's that missing word? Think about the subject, he. And the answer is. Of course. The subject is he, so we need is. He is going to send an email tomorrow. If you got that, nice job. Let's try another one. My parents, going to relax this evening. Quick tip, my parents is just like saying they. So which verb do you need? You got it. The answer is are. My parents are going to relax this evening. Excellent. You're getting the hang of this. All right, last one.
This one's a little different. I want you to make this sentence negative. We are going to buy a new computer. How would you say that?
And the answer is, we aren't going to buy a new computer. Using that nice natural contraction, aren't. Fantastic work. And just like that, you did it. In a few short minutes, you've learned the whole formula for talking about your future plans with going to, positives, negatives, and questions. You've got all the tools. So my final question for you is right there on the screen. What are you going to practice first? Thanks for joining me.